Welcome to an episode of Opinionated, kind of a random kind of a push up there. I just said, I was talking to a friend of mine, and then I was like, you know what? I think I might want to talk to people today and just do a little something. Nothing in particular. I just feel like since we've already been putting ourselves in a putting ourselves in a pretty open space where we can start doing some things, start having some conversations. I want to make sure that I can start having more conversations with you guys. I know you guys used to seeing me when I'm on other people's channels, other people when I visit, and so and I love supporting those other creators and so. But what happens with us? Because quite frankly, we end up being in a space where while we have no problem with it, so this is not this with respect to any creators or what they do. We get into a space where we talk about people's values and when it comes to entertainment, right? And everybody has their own things, but they're in a particular space, right? And I was thinking a lot about this as I was even considering the direction and the way how people use content and how they curate their stuff and all that stuff as to how they get to where they are today. And one of the things I was thinking about way earlier today was how do we start putting ourselves in the space, mainly when it comes to this channel? How do we start getting in a way where I know I can be able to visit other creators, talk to them, show my appreciation to them as well. But also, how do we have a schedule that we have time for ourselves as well, right? So for those who already know who might be around, one of the platforms that I frequently follow and very much have a lot of a love and appreciation for is the porch session, and that's the SNTA, not THE. And of course, I have other people that I like to visit and talk to. And there's a whole bunch of creators I can't even begin to just tell all the people, different people, because there are people that I see from time to time, and there are people who I see who I watch on a regular basis just to make sure they're all in their particular spheres, and I do like what they do. And then there's people that's not even within these spheres at all that I like to take a look at because I'm a person that's always into a lot of communication. And I was thinking about how do I start incorporating a few things that, by the way, thank you for showing up, by the way, because I now at least I know that even if it felt kind of last moment, you guys are getting notifications to know when I'm dropping stuff. So we're in a good direction. Let's just put it that way. Uh, when I walked in the door, I thought, like I said, I just kind of said I'll do a quick nap before I get ready for this live, and like I said, I wanted to make sure I didn't fall asleep because I had to return my damn camera. So my little action camera that I had for my trip that I'm prepping, I realized there's a couple of things that I didn't necessarily like about it, so I had to return it. So now I'm buying a whole new one, and I got plenty of time, so I won't have to worry about it for the trip. But I was kind of sad because a couple of the features I wanted, because I was being nitpicky, I didn't have. So now I'm gonna turn around and get those kind of things. But outside of that, how are you guys today? How are you doing this evening? I have no idea who's been online, what kind of creators have been online, because I haven't had any time to deal with anyone else. Just been in my own head and reaching out to my own groups, my own real life people, see how everybody else has been. So I haven't been on social media or anything like that whatsoever. So hopefully that you guys are doing good today, and hopefully we get a couple of people that start walking in here today. But if not, I mean, it is what it is. Oh, look at that! I'm even getting my own notifications. That's beautiful. You sent that to my share just in case. Look at that. You got it. You already blowing up the horns now. I appreciate that. Mayo, Mayo, what's good, man? So yeah, as I stated before, I didn't really think I was going to. I didn't know what I was going to be doing when I went live today. I just found a whole stack of freaking credit cards on my desk. I don't know what my girl's trying to tell me, but oh, some of these are not even my credit cards. Some of these are hers. Okay, I don't know what that's about. Uh, anyway, I was writing a whole bunch of things, topics that were going on through my head. Yeah, I just find random stuff sitting at my desk. This is what happens when you fall asleep in your office. Like literally, I was just napping quickly on the couch, and now I see I got credit cards all over this damn desk, and I don't know what they're for. I'll have to ask her about that. Uh, I was writing a whole bunch of different topics in my head to see where I was going to spin off from there, and there were things that were obvious conversations that happen in that I know I've heard, and they happen in a lot of different areas. But I was thinking, how do we bring it in a very organic, and opinionated fashion, so that everybody can have actually have a good conversation when it comes to, look at this. Even mama's in here good and early. Sleep shopping? I sure hope not. Because for all I know, she just took all of this stuff. She was sitting here and she was partying on Amazon or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. I imagine if you're gonna be shopping while I'm sleeping, then you wouldn't leave the evidence behind. But who knows? Who knows? But me, no, I don't sleep shop because I would cancel that BS real quick. Real quick. Because one of the things I don't like to do, I don't like to take frequent trips to the UPS store to return stuff. So I'm pretty good at when I buy something, I'm pretty much keeping it. You said the kid's been sick. Ah, it's been a stressful time. Well, I mean, you already beat me to it. You get through it one day at a time. But yeah, I have no idea who's been, like I said, who's been doing what in the space, because I have been nowhere on the internet for today. I've just been out about, making phone calls, talking to people, yada yada yada, catching up with friends and kinfolk. And as I was writing a whole bunch of stuff, whether it was on the train or even before I left, and I was just being here, I was considering a whole bunch of things of what's going to be happening here for this channel. And actually, part of the thing I have to do is I need to update some programs within my laptop with this damn trip, because I don't even think. I wholeheartedly know that I'm going to try to do at least a stream with you guys or video, whatever, when I'm on vacation as well. Yo, Will, what's going on, man? Thanks for coming aboard. I have nothing really too big on today. I just kind of want to say I don't know why. I don't know why I missed you guys. This was weird. It's like, I don't do enough to be able to say that I should be missing you guys or not. But I felt obligated. I felt compelled to hit the record button and to do something for you guys. Even for my last stream, believe it or not, what I did was I redid the actual stream video, because I said, you know what? As much as we said a whole bunch of stuff that was going on for that one, I feel like it could have been a little better. So I kind of re-recorded in my own fashion just to make sure that I could have a proper record of it. Not necessarily for everything that we were talking about, but just for the main topic of it all together. And the reason why I am going back to take a look at some of my streams and then kind of touching up on some of the things that were being discussed within the stream is because I added as a catalog to my website. So for those who do not know, and most of you do not, one of the things that I do from time to time is that I vlog in general, because I don't see somebody professionally. So, and what I do as a pastime is that if I take particular things that we talk about, whether it could be on someone else's channel or things like that, I think about what was going on for the day. How exactly could we do things? How exactly could we do things a little differently? Or what were some things I feel like that should have been touched upon, some things that got maybe get interrupted on, blah, blah, blah. And I make it into my own video. But when I feel like there's something that should have been expounded upon, at least on my side, sometimes I may add my own instance for there. And then what I do is I put those videos, work on those, and then I upload them to my actual website, which one day at some point I will actually be uploading to anybody who wants to see it. So the idea of the site itself is that it will be kind of its own thing, but it will have an opinionated fashion into the actual world going on with me. So that means you will see things that are happening here on YouTube, and then you will see other things that are going on within my own life, of my own thoughts, or rather things that I think about on particular streams that may not necessarily have been aired. So kind of think of it as a my thoughts on particular ideas or segments or things that I thought about that may have happened after a stream. Promise I wouldn't be crapping on anybody too intensely, that is. Um, and just pretty much having my own thoughts as to what I think about particular things, not people, just what I think of on particular things or particular streams or what I may have different thoughts on. And that's pretty much that. As we move forward, we will only find out more as to what's going to be happening in the future when it comes to this show and opinionated. As I am always trying to figure out a new way to put things together, not just for us, but how we communicate with each other on a different angle. I don't know why, but for 2024, I am dead set on us having. I didn't say Tesla. I said just giving my own spin on things. I didn't say I would be. Listen, I don't like to start beef. That's not my thing. I know it's entertaining for a lot of people. I don't like to start beef, but I will get my perspective on things. And because I'm not a person who wants to start a whole bunch of trouble, because to me I do a whole don't come for me unless I send for you. Plain and simple. Do not come for me unless I send for you. So for those that like to, get up on their high horse and they like to do a whole bunch of stream. Listen, like for instance, I would never want to be getting into a particular situation where I have to beef with Will because he got no problem burning some shit to the ground. Let me just say that he is well prepared. But that's a shout out to my God, man. Cellulite is on it. And by the way, for those of you who don't know, uh, do me a favor, guys. If you're in the building, yo, congratulate Will, who is officially monetized. He's definitely getting that super chat button. So definitely give that guy a shout out because he was putting in some hard work. And I love when we find our people that are coming up there, our favorite creators, and they're actually being able to come up and they're being celebrated. Especially because YouTube doesn't always show the amount of love to people who put in a lot of work, who are showing themselves to be very consistent. So congratulations on the Cellulite podcast. And of course, for those who don't know, Will's definitely got something good going on there. He is surrounded by a lot of good talent that he also brings up on there, and I'm happy to see people that grow. So shout out to you, man, and hopefully there'll be good things for you in the future as we see your channel we move a little bit forward. Now, as I was stating about different things and how we're moving in the future, I am considering how exactly we will be moving in the angle of opinionated because while the theme of the show has pretty much stayed the same, that we like to talk about the varying topics that plague a lot of people in this damn world, not just the most popular things, but the average things that bother people as well. And the same way how I put it even within my videos or even some of these live streams, I say that we do this thing together. Yes, I know. I have to be the person who hits the live button. I have to be the person that sits here in front of this camera, but it's never just about me really talking to you. So at some point, and I'm trying to figure out a good time when, but this will get opened up to all of you. Now, I know that there are lots of you who are very already accustomed to being online, and for those of you who are not very happy with or not thrilled with the idea of being online, I got you covered. I got you covered. The idea is that I always look at the chat room as just it's an extension, but it's a arms arm's reach away from how we could have a deeper conversation with one another. And what I mean by that is, while I know we have many participants that will be in the chat, and I love reading things in the chat, but I also like having an actual conversation, like hearing what's on the minds of some people. Now, I'm not saying that you need to be um, camera ready, because that's not the life for everybody, and everybody has something to protect. They have their family, they have their friends. They just don't want. Sometimes they just say, "I'm just too ugly to be on camera. I can't do it, wrestler." I get it, no problem. But that doesn't mean that I'm not willing to hear you out in real time and know what your thoughts are, because I think the same way how we look at text and typing and such, we can get so much out of you if we actually hear what you're thinking about or how you're prepared to speak for yourself in real time versus those that uh, we see them kind of. And I get it. Some of you guys are busy because I one of the beautiful things that I love about podcast, right, is that I like the intentionality of the reason why it was made in the first place. You can hear a good discussion and you can get into it, but you don't necessarily have to keep watching. So even though we're here visually, not everybody takes the time to actually sit down and watch an actual stream. You get to walk around and hear whatever. And I totally like that. But for those who do take their time to sit down and engage with everybody here in the room, at some point when we start branching out and we start having these conversations and we start having these particular topics, I want to branch out and have particular segments where I really have a talk with you guys. And it doesn't have to be a big panel thing. I'm more than willing to do a one-on-one conversation about what the actual topics are or what you're thinking about particular things, and you can be able to share your part of the stories, and we can go one-on-one because the idea is that we are to be open-minded and we are to build perspectives off of what we learn off each other because it's feedback. I can't do any of this without you, first and foremost, because as much as I am good company to myself and I give myself great conversation, and I can bounce a lot of stuff off the walls. I'll be honest, it'll be just like the last conversation that we had on my last stream. How could become an echo chamber? Do I really want to start saying that the only person that can give myself good counsel is me? That the only person that can give myself a really good stimulation is me? Yes, of course I could do that. But I'd also wouldn't be learning stuff all the time because I'd be my own teacher. And I gotta be honest with you, I'm not always my best teacher. So I do want to be able to have conversation with a lot of you guys. Don't need to see you, but that doesn't mean that I can't hear from you because I can get more from you out of us actually having a verbal exchange with each other than um, me wondering what's going on because I have to not only just engage with how you guys are talking with each other and seeing, oh, like, like, hey, Trash made a good point there. Oh, yeah, CCD made a good point there. Oh, yeah, no, I'm kind of agreeing with what Mayo's there. But then at the same time, you are the same way how you are having a conversation with each other, and you have to now have your own thoughts and then slowly translate that out in the chat room. And I have the problem with you guys having that conversation with each other. But if you wish to have a conversation with me, it becomes a little difficult at times between me conveying what's going on in my mind, then actually reformulating that in my mind because what I'm always thinking quickly is not exactly what always comes out my mouth. For those who know, you know. And then on top of that, the same way how like text move is that we can say much more to each other than we can just texting. So I'm old school. I'm the kind of person that basically I would rather have a good conversation with you over the phone than sitting there and texting with you because we get more done, and that's just me. But panels are great, but I love to have one-on-one conversations, and I hope that we open up a space that people feel more emboldened to share their thoughts because I think that's very important. One thing that I heard a long time ago, and it was from an HR professional I worked with, but it stuck with me, and that was conversation rules the nation. I love having really good conversation because that's the only way how we learn. We learn off of listening, and unfortunately, that doesn't mean reading. Not everybody can read and properly interpret tone at the same time. So it's best to hear what someone was actually thinking about in real time, and that's how we move from there. Hopefully, you guys are doing good today. I know for me, at least on my phone, it has been dry in these industries, but at the same time, it's not fair for me to say that because um, I disconnected and distanced myself from a lot of creators just so I would not have to subjugate myself to talks about things that I know that I know in my own right are not very important to me. Or, to listen to conversation from people who are not genuine. Some people might have their own views that I believe uh, they I believe, that they think they believe. But part of the things that we go through here on this particular space is that we like to break down a lot of stuff. So if you haven't already figured out something when it comes to me, is we have a particular conversation or something that comes up, and then from there, if I'm so inclined, I would give my opinion, which I don't believe is the only opinion that should be given. And from there, we give our own takes, we give our own perspective of what's going on. And if I can really figure out what everybody's thinking or what's the main thing that's being said as a consensus, I will give my own opinion on something or what I think I'm hearing. And if we're lucky, if we're lucky, what we can do is that we could end up inadvertently giving practical advice, just of what we think. 'Cause we never know who is going to be enlightened from the things they heard because they weren't thinking about it. And that happens a lot to me within these spaces. There's so many good conversations that happen throughout people, and I'm having a conversation with them in real time, believe it or not, even though I'm not necessarily on a panel. And I'm like, you know what? Not gonna lie, so and so swayed me. I didn't think about that, but now that they cleared themselves up or they gave a lot more context, I'm more inclined to believe in what they were thinking about. And that's one of the things that I love in having the one-on-one discussions. And I think that we need to have more of those discussions, not just the one-on-one, but the discussions that actually lead to things that it's not just about. Well, I guess just depending on how you look at it, because when people get on the internet, some people look at it for informational purposes. Some people look at things that are going to enlighten them, and some people just look for straight up entertainment. But the question becomes, what is entertainment to them? For some people, entertainment means drama, and for other people, entertainment means to be exposed to information, to new ideas that they haven't had before, and hopefully that's something that we can generate here. We can generate thought that will be something that will get into people's mind, and they can be able to move forward. So I know for a lot of people in these streets, they would look at a channel such as mine and they would just be like, you know what? I think that show over at Opinionated is boring as hell, because you know why? You know why? There's no fuckery over there. Now, that's not to say the door couldn't be open to such a thing, but I think that you have plenty of other channels out there that provide you with that. Who am I to take their thunder? I think that we can also be seen in a good light, especially when we look at people that we know in these particular spaces, who the only way that they're able to really communicate with one another is through a shouting match. Anyone who knows me knows that I'm not a person who gets into a shouting match. It's just, there's no need. It's not that I couldn't yell, but have you heard my sexy voice? I love my voice. Why am I gonna go hoarse over it? Absolutely not. I think the calmer minds prevail. Yes, I'm gonna big myself up because yes, I sometimes like a lot of people. I like hearing myself talk, but at the same time, I like hearing myself talk only after I've analyzed what the actual situation is. Which is why when people tend to hear me when I get into a conversation when it comes to people, I typically speak after I've gotten some context as to what's going on. Yo, wow. You know what? Everybody, can we give a round of applause? We got LA Wilkes who just walked up in the building. Look at him. Look at him. Look at LA over here. Thank you for showing up, man. Thank you for showing up. So like I said, I have a lot of people that basically we have a lot of people in the space that basically have great channels who do their things very good. And I'm hoping that we would be able to do the things that we should all be doing as creators, instead of just sitting there and just ragging on each other or just chewing each other out. No, don't get me wrong. There are some creators in the space that just need to get dragged to the coals, because why? Not only do they do reckless things, not only are they not genuine people, but also as a whole, if we don't hold them accountable, and I know that's a word that gets used very wrong. But if we don't hold them accountable, then new people who have become active in the space, new people who get turned on to the type of content or the type of sector that people get drawn to, if those people become too popular, because they're so polarizing, it could make other people who are being genuine in the space look bad. Because a great example, let's just say I'm a person that actually it's not too far from the truth. I'm a person that's starting a channel where I think that we can do a lot of introspection, or we can do a lot of good communication, because I look at this as a communications channel. Um, I'm not the kind of person that likes to get on the hassle or the hassle wagon of talking about the DMP conversation. For those who already know, dick and pussy conversation. Uh, Not because I'm opposed to it, but because you have plenty of other channels that have it. You have plenty of other channels that have it from a lot of other people that are already trying to put themselves as subject matter experts. I don't know why people think they have they're experts on a subject that pretty much anyone could have, because it's very subjective. You know, what you think you know is really about what you hear. Because most people who I believe that talk in the space don't talk from a place of actual experience. They talk from a place of narratives. Unfortunately, we talk more about what other people are saying uh, within different sectors, and not necessarily what we have experienced in real life. Because if we do that, right, if we actually talk from real life, you'd be surprised quickly how much we become stagnated, how much we have to be very um, stringent when it comes to our content, which means then we rely on other people to come in and to not only give their take, but to also lie. Because again, you'll have people who are, say, married, but giving a whole bunch of takes on things that only people in the dating world go through. Why would they be giving their opinions if they have had, let's just say, a decade or more of experience being married? I Again, vicariously, you can look up information, you can see what's going on here, and you can give your particular take. I wouldn't knock you for doing that. But then there are people who expound on that and become preachy, give, give their take on things that they're not experiencing. And that's where I think things become a little bit difficult. I would say leave it to the people who are actually here in the field, or leave it to the people here who have to constantly battle um, keeping what they have in order to give their point of view. I don't think people who are not dealing with these particular type of struggles should be the front runners. I think they should be the support class. So if you are a married person, I'm speaking from my own personal opinion. These are my opinions. I didn't say your opinions. I didn't say a general opinion. If you are a person, say you're married and say you've been married for 10, 13 years, such and such, uh, you don't give advice on being a single person. Uh, you can speak from being a married person. You can speak on what you see and how you think, how your views can support people who are currently fighting on that front, on the front lines of being single on in the dating world. But that's not your experience, sir or madam. It's not. And I think that you are part of the support class. That means you should not be getting a battle axe and start swinging. No. If we have to look at it like a video game, you are not the paladin. You are not the dark knight. You're not the warrior. You are a mage. You you could look at it as a dark mage. You could look at it as a healer, but you are not to be on the front lines. You are the support class, sir or madam. Just the way I look at it. That's just the way I look at it. And you may not agree, and that's fine. Again, my opinions. You don't even have to respect it. I just need you to understand. You don't have to agree. We can find common ground. even to say agree to disagree, it's common ground. I just get it. But I get it. When you're in particular spaces, that's not good enough. You have to shout you down. And we don't need that here. Hey, you can tell me that I'm wrong. No problem with that whatsoever. Tell me why I'm wrong, and we can have a conversation about that. Because I think that's the most important part. It's not prove me wrong. It's not. But if I'm willing to change my mind, it's because you made a very compelling case. That's just the way how I look at it. LA, what's been going on, man? You haven't been dropping streams, man. What's going on? You haven't been dropping streams the last couple of days. We have to have a talk about you and your girlfriend, man. Cause you slipping now. You slipping now, man. You're not bringing us that content. What's going on, man? I be getting up early in the morning. I'm expecting to see a stream going for LA, but he not dropping no stream now. And it might be because he all on the phone. He booed up. I kid. I kid. But yeah, sometimes in the morning time, that's the only thing I really got. It'd be early in the morning and I'd be like, man, I ain't go to bed yet. And then I see, LA stream come on and I'm like, you know what? Now I could listen to something. I could listen to something while I'm cleaning up or I'm working on my stuff. And I'm just like, now I'm like the last couple of days, I'm like, yo, what? LA even drop a stream? What the hell's going on over here? What? And I could just like, why is it he's not online? And all I could think of is like LA's under the cover. No, no, I'm not gonna go. Nah, you get off the phone. Nah, you get off the phone. Nah, I'm not gonna get off the phone. Nah, I ain't gonna do it. I want to talk to you. I kid. I'm messing with you, man. I'm messing with you. But yeah, man, I need to start seeing some streams from you soon, man. At least every other day or something, man. Come on now. You're killing my mornings. So outside of that, there are some things I'm looking at some material right now on some things that we need to start having a conversation about. And I'm been looking at my OBS and how I'm going to set up the stream so we can actually have those kind of conversations. I'm thinking that I've been trying to think about this in a very particular way because I don't want to offend any particular content creators that are out there. It's not because I'm worried about like copyright strikes or blah blah blah, whatever the case may be. I mean, it is what it is, pretty much out there. But the idea is that I'm the kind of person that even though we have things in real time that we can talk about, at the same time, I always like to make sure that the things I'm looking at, I get the full context of it. Because if I'm right, I'm right. But if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'm cool with that. But I like to make sure that I listened intently enough to actually get what I'm going at, and I can't say that I'm very good at that because I haven't been doing this for a long time. So I don't like to jump the gun. Um, for those for those who know, sometimes I read things and I don't even come back to it for a while, and then I have to just like do what I do in the moment, and then hopefully I'm right, and hopefully I'm wrong. So, but that's okay. But I think that you're allowed to be wrong. You're allowed to be wrong. You're allowed to get better. And I think the part of the things that we have a problem in this space is that no one gives you uh, three things. They don't give you care. They don't give you mercy, and they don't provide grace. And that last one, I think is very important when it comes to these internet spaces because we're very quick to get on each other and not provide grace. So hopefully we can do that here, and hopefully that's something that at least when we get out in our other internet spaces that we like to visit when we're not here looking at opinionated, and we can say, you know what, I ain't giving no motherfucker some grace when I'm over at so and so's channel. But if you need a little bit of forgiveness to be able to retract or say what you had to say or get whatever off your chest, a wrestler might be one to listen to you. But for me, I ain't giving you no quarters. None. But at the same time, I think if you really messed up and you want to double down on it, and I think it might be some BS, we may have to have a conversation about it. I'm just saying. And not because I'm anything special, but I'm like, it might be perceived in the wrong way. And I might be that last person that you might try to convince, but I don't think it's gonna work that way either. So, just saying. Oh, you said you'll be back? All right. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I'm a I need your girl to give you a break, LA. I need your girl to rein it in now. Rein it in. She's taking too much of your time. You need some space. You need to hang out with the boys again too. Okay. Just saying. And I'm talking shit like I don't need to start getting back and hanging with you guys as well because I watched you guys streaming pretty much just yesterday. I I was watching the porch yesterday and I watched pretty much the entire thing. I was watching yesterday for the porch, and I know I was watching on cellular as well. I didn't get up online at all because I was just catching up with people. LA's morning. Oh, you know what? CCD, that's good. I like that. You know what? That's your new segments. That's your new segments, LA. Morning pillow talk. Yeah, I like that. LA Wilkes morning pillow talk. And then you could do something in the afternoon. You could have your thin black line in the afternoon. But the morning time pillow talks, I love it. Waking up, wiping the drool off your face in your morning pillow talks. It's good. Oh, damn, CCD, you just gave LA a whole new segment, man. That's awesome. That's a good one. That's a fact. That's a good one, man. Yeah, if he's listen, you can't even hold that on. You put that out in the air now, CCD. If he claims that, if he claims that there's nothing you can do about it, that's a wrap now. It's a wrap. You put it out there. He has all rights to claim it. So, sir, are you at least gonna give us a show today for the Thin Black Line? I have to keep reminding myself that it is Tuesday, so I can take a look to see what you guys have got going on today. And I've been trying to think about how exactly are we gonna be. Oh, cool. That's soon then. That's soon then. Okay, that must have been what my notification was. So I was trying to think about a way that how we're going to be able to communicate with each other when we decide to do this whole one-on-one thing. Because I was thinking about as we move being on camera. So I'm thinking some ways of getting around a whole bunch of stuff like that. And I have an ideal for something for a particular segment coming up. I just don't know when I'm going to drop it because that particular segment will require me to have people on the panel, just to have an actual discussion. And I'm reaching out to people that I know, to see if maybe they want to share their views on it as well. I will probably be reaching out to other content creators as well because I want to make sure that they know what kind of show that is going to be, and this if it's something they're going to be very much interested in doing because it's going to be a controversial topic. It's it's going to be. I know it's going to be a nasty topic. I'm already dreading the idea of having to moderate it, because I know that tempers can fly. Um, I know people might be hyperbolic. I know that people might say inflammatory shit, and I need to be ready for that. So I know that day is a day where I will need to have already coffee stationed. Like I already know I'm gonna have to pull up like several K cups for my Keurig because I know that's gonna be something. So I'm already putting together the lines and the questionings and all that stuff right now. So stay tuned for that one. I as much as I just did something for today, I keep forgetting that today is Tuesday and not Monday. I'm a day I'm a day behind. And so I would do something for Wednesdays instead of today. But I won't shortchange you because I just did this kind of last moment. So I will try to do something today. Put something to get today for a topic, and then we can go about it tomorrow. Whether it will be a video, who knows? Because one of the things I kind of like the idea of doing a stream and doing a video until we get more of a stable system, so we can have a schedule, so that then I know not only what I know, because now I'll be treated like a goddamn job, but I would know when exactly I'm going to do something, so I can be like, I gotta be like LA, then man, I gotta go to sleep, so I could do this stream in the morning, because I get it. It's a goddamn job. Uh, and on top of that, I would also be able to know what kind of timing that I have to be able to make sure that I can provide a decent stream for you guys as well. Because the hardest thing for me is, believe it or not, the the actual creation and the time of it. Finding content is the hardest thing for me. Me coming up with a topic, easy, no problem. Me making sure that I did enough of my own data on it, to have my own particular views and my own particular questionings, and me going on a rabbit hole and then trying to ideal to go up against it to make sure that I'm not just spouting my own bullshit, because it's not just about what I do, what I'm thinking. So I try to do a once I put something in place, then I try to argue it down to levels at me, so then I can provide a stream for you guys. That's the way how I do a lot of my videos. It's not just a me, because then that's how I become preachy. So I don't like that. And outside of that, I said I just want to have a conversation with you guys. I saw that on my side, at least, everywhere that I know that people who are creators do stuff, I didn't see anybody on, nobody. So I don't know if everybody, y'all was all sleeping, or y'all all went to a secret creators meeting. And I get it, I'm nobody important, so I didn't get invited to it or whatever. But I saw that nobody was on the airwaves, so I decided I wanted to pop up, say what's up with you guys, sneak myself in there a little bit, to get to know you guys, and wondering why I have all these damn credit cards on my desk. Let's see what's going on with that, and run it from there. I am also trying to figure out, how am I gonna do this damn stream, and what am I gonna take with me when I go to Jamaica? Jamaica. I'm I didn't care too much about it, but as I realized the time is winding down, I'm genuinely becoming excited about it. So this is gonna be pretty interesting. Pretty darn interesting. And I'm wondering what the topic is gonna be, um, later on for you guys on the porch, versus the thin black line. I wonder what that's gonna be about. I will of course be listening in the cut, seeing everybody in the chat, and enjoying it the same way how you guys do as well. And I want to see what I'll be doing later on this week, guys. I will be on, for sure, on Saturday, because I have nothing else showing up that day, so I will be on for Saturday. I'm gonna try to see what I can do for tomorrow. Don't know if it's gonna be video. It'll probably won't be video, because I haven't done any editing today, so I have nothing in the pipeline for you guys right now. So even if I did a video, it wouldn't be out to something until next week. But so most likely, if I do come up with something I'm going to talk about, it'll be all the stuff that I'm thinking about in the chamber that I got written down and working on that. So that will be for something for tomorrow. But definitely there will be something for Saturday. I won't say exactly what it is, because I hate the fact that if I put out something ahead of time and then say I'm not ready for it, I'm going to change my mind, because I got like 100 tabs. I got over 100 tabs everywhere. And then I'm not even talking about just on Chrome. I got Chrome, I got Microsoft Edge, and I got freaking Firefox. Like, it's a mess. Some people got disgusting desktops. I got disgustingness when it comes to tabs. So uh outside of that, I wanted to make sure that, like I said, I reached out to you guys. I wanted to make sure that, for one, my damn system is working. I'm gonna go back even after all this and listen to the stream, because as much as y'all tell me that my mic is good, I don't know. Sometimes I be listening to it afterwards and I go, God damn it, it still doesn't sound like the way I want it to sound. And with the rest of you guys, I will also be watching when the Thin Black Line goes live, and we'll see what's going on from there. Uh, And actually, I think I'm gonna take off right now so I could run to Chipotle. I don't know why. I'm craving a burrito. So I can have something to eat, and I'll be talking with you guys from there. Uh, by the way, because I'm always trying to come up with different stuff as well. If you have something or particular ideas that you have going on through your head, things that you would actually like to have a conversation on, or things that you think that I should touch on, be sure to actually leave it in the comment section. A lot of you guys have already been very good at reaching out, at responding to the videos. But even though you're listening to the particular things that I have been putting out, like my shorts and things like that, on videos as well, feel free to also leave comments and so. Or if you're not too sure, I really got to spend some time to actually put up like taglines or freaking lower thirds and things like that. You can also feel free to write an email out to me, which is going to be at reslaopinionated@gmail.com. Once again, that is reslaopinionated@gmail.com. Um, and you can also feel free to give me your ideas, or you want to share things with me. The ideas that if I don't know about it, I don't really know what I could do about it. I don't even know it exists. And you'd be surprised how many things I learned on the fly because I'm not really all over media at all. So I'm like, wait, that's a thing that's happening. Oh shit! Then let me go find out about it. Believe it or not, a lot of the times I look at things like LA's channel or like Uncle Tom's channel, and I'm learning about something in real time. And people are like, wait, you didn't know about that? I'm like, I didn't know about any of this stuff. Because believe it or not, I am so focused on just what's around me, what's in my immediate area, that I really don't take a lot of time to jump out and actually see what's going on. Like the day where we had the shooting that took place in the train, I had no idea that even took place at all here in my own city. I had no idea that it even happened until I was there watching it in real time with the rest of you guys. So you'd be surprised. You'd be surprised what I do and I don't know. At the same time when I was watching it, at the same time I was doing a lookup and saying, "Oh shoot, this actually did happen. Wow, let me see some more information on it." So, if you guys have anything that you have in mind, or particular topics or things that you like to have a conversation on, or even better than that, if you have an idea for a particular show or something that you want to go through, or even if it's like a one-on-one or whatever, let me know. Let me know because I have no problem even pulling up kind of like a one-on-one segment thing, and then we could go through what are some things that we can improve on because I'm always trying to figure out a way to improve the show in my own way, but something that will work that will be beneficial to everybody, for everybody to enjoy and for everybody to like. Outside of that, guys, I'm not gonna take up too much of your own time because I really didn't have too much going on for today. I've been thinking about some shows in which I was just gonna be doing some research, but I don't want to waste you guys' time because time is the one thing that we really need. And since I really don't have too much that I could review with you guys. Like I said, I am still getting an idea on trying to curate content and be better at that because I'm a decent researcher, but as someone who can really find curated content, since I don't really have a niche per se. Oh, OG, you ain't even gotta ask, man. Absolutely, no problem. You just say the word. Just let me know. Let me know what you're thinking, and of course, I will get myself ready. That's all. Um, and again, that's like that with anybody. Anybody. If you have something really good, and I really think it's going to be something that can really grasp the minds of other people, anybody can feel free to reach out to me. So of course, I'll say it once again, restlopinionated@gmail.com. Feel free to always hit me up from there. If not, you guys know how to find me. I'm always running around with the team of the porch session. Feel free to always hit me up with my emails, and of course, I'm always going to be dropping content. So feel free to always write in the comment sections about your own thoughts about the particular topics, or if you have something else in your own mind that you think that we can cover, as well for everybody else. And that's pretty much it. I am going to finish the rest of my Heinekens. I'm going to lay back, but not until I go ahead and get my Chipotle because I really want Chipotle. All right, guys. I will see you later on in the chat. And that's it. I enjoyed this one, and hopefully you did too. So I'll see you guys later on. Till then.